Hi, you're listening to 20 Ways to Die. I'm Dan, the DM, and today I wanted to introduce you to one of our players. So, why don't you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, my name is Stephen. I live in the Great Northern Canada in Ontario,
Okay.
and yeah, I play Grimith Crowfall in our adventure.
All right. Great. And what is their alignment and race, background, that kind of thing, class?
Oh, he's a true neutral variant human. His background is the guild merchant variant for the guild artisan,
Okay.
and he's playing. He is a evocation wizard. It's an evoker.
Yeah, you've been doing some pretty powerful spells lately too. What initially attracted you to D&D?
Well, just the freedom of action, really, in general. I'm not. You're not really restricted to any actions that you can take.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like in video games, you can really do whatever you want.
Yep. That's true. Yep.
That and I guess the slight role playing. I'm not a large role player, but I've been trying.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you have the exact reason I do of what my attraction to D&D was the limitless game, limitless choices, uh, just really bound by your imagination alone. Everything else is just wide open, so that's why I like it too. Let's
Been more
go.
so.
Yeah, that's true too. Let's go back to your character, Grimith Crowfall. Can you give like a physical description of them, maybe their personality?
He's 5'10", 5'9", slim build, fair skin, medium length brown hair, and sort of full beard but trimmed.
Okay.
And you can see the grayness coming out of the beard a little
Okay.
bit. Personality, I mean, he generally goes with the flow of everyone and likes to sit back and watch the hilarity ensue from the rest of the party.
Right. Yep. Okay. Who would you say is their celebrity doppelganger?
Um, I'd say Jeremy Irons,
Okay.
specifically Brom from the Aragon movie.
Okay. I don't
He
know if I've
looks
seen that.
pretty much exactly like that. I
Okay.
like him.
Awesome. And what brought about
Uh,
Grimmith to the adventuring lifestyle?
well, the specific event that brought him about was he's a traveling merchant, or
Hmm.
was a traveling merchant, and his his cart got ransacked by bandits,
Hmm.
but basically got robbed of everything he owned. Got away with a few things, a spell book and a few coins, and really was sort of forced into the adventuring career.
Okay. And what would you say are Grimmith's short-term and long-term goals right now?
Long term goals is eventually to get a place to settle down and, like any other merchant, own a shop, own a tavern, a guild, or something.
Nice. Well, that fits in perfectly then with the last session.
Yeah, or
Great.
the upcoming session.
Yeah, or the upcoming one, right? I told you if you want to just retire and we can play store, we can have Grimmith play store. That's fine too.
No, no, I'll let it run in the background for now.
And what about short
But
term?
short term, honestly, I have no idea what short term goals he
It's
has.
just like hanging on for the ride, pretty much,
He's
right?
just hanging on for the ride, make a bunch of money, and
Yep.
use that to settle down later.
I almost feel like, and I know this ties in with your class, but I don't know if you're, subconsciously doing this, but I can feel your character Grimace. I can feel his excitement with a new spell or a new scroll or the chance to like scribe something in to add to his, his retinue. So I thought that kind of was starting to come out a lot.
Oh yeah, it is. It is, especially since we're getting a lot more powerful, and
Hmm.
he's getting a lot more spells in his spell book. He definitely is getting excited to sling the spells.
Oh yeah, yep. And they're doing awesome damage, crazy damage now. So, what So with Grimith's progression through the story, throughout the campaign, what has been your favorite moment as a player?
Oh man, there's so many, and it all has to do with Florestan, the bard, the doppelganger incident.
Oh, right, right. Yep.
Um, there was the recent incident with the dragon.
Yeah, I thought that was very
That was a real
cinematic.
clutch moment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really pick one.
Hard to pinpoint that. That's okay. Yeah, though, I mean, you gave two examples, so definitely good enough. What would you say? So we talked about Grimith starting to come into his own with his power, his number of spells, just that thirst for knowledge. What would you say has changed him throughout this play so far, or maybe even has the way you play Grimith changed?
Well, I mean, when we first started out, the first 4 levels or so, 5 levels, he was mainly ice based, and we
Mm-hmm.
actually
That's right.
reskinned a few spells
Sure.
to be cold damage instead of fire or whatever it was. But now that he's leveling up and getting a lot more experience and experimenting with a lot more spells, he's finally learning other schools and other types of damage. Really,
Right. It's like you're
he's got
branching out.
like he's starting to branch out, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but still focusing on the cold.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And it makes sense too. It's maybe he learned, or maybe he was doing the cold and the frost spells because that's how he first learned it. And then as he's gaining knowledge and expanding his power base, he's able to branch out
Yep.
into these different schools and yeah, and then
And
also
then
see the value.
picking up the couple spell books and scrolls,
Absolutely.
figuring out how all these other elements work. And I picked elements in general because, according to his backstory, he is sort of naturally attuned to magic, and
Mm-hmm.
the elements is sort of the easiest
To
types of
learn. Or,
spells to learn, and he
okay.
just naturally attuned to cold more than the others.
Sure. That makes sense. I mean,
So now he's getting more experience and learning about all the other spells and how
mm-hmm.
to use them,
Absolutely.
how to cast them.
Great. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to say to the listeners?
I mean, nothing in particular other than have fun, enjoy us talking and playing as much as we are.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. And that
Yeah.
concludes our interview.